Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and this is What If Belle Was a Vampire Part 1. So this what if is gonna start off when Belle was very young and was living with his parents or with his family. And one day, Belle was going off to the forest on his own to gather some firewood and some mushrooms to eat. And while he was doing that, he sees that uh, from the direction of the village, a large smoke was coming in. So Bill would have actually dropped everything that he had, and would have gone where towards his village where the smoke was coming from. And when he actually arrived, he saw something very disturbing. As his parents were dead, he's everybody else around him was also dead. Some people that were wearing white coats and a mask would capture him and knock him out, as Bell would have been unconscious. And when he regained his consciousness, he actually saw that he was tied down to a bed. He would try to break it, but he's too weak. And he would kind of look around, and to his horror, he would see that there was many kids like him near around him. And when he actually tried to talk, the doctors would see that, so you are awake. This would be actually a little bit more interesting than we thought. Hey, number two, come here. As the one with the white coat would have would have give the doctor some syringe or some injection, and would have kind of injected Bell with some kind of medication. And Bell would have kind of feel woozy and would have start to get a little bit dizzy, and his would barely could make out anything. He would see that the doctors, or the one with the white coats and a mask, would have kind of put something like a tube thing into his hands. The bell would have been a lot dizzier now, and he would have almost been unconscious until a large amount of excruciating pain that he felt. He screamed out. He flopped like a fish without water, and and after a minute, the pain would start to go away. The doctors would be actually very satisfied with this result, as yes, the experiment was finally a success. This brat will be our number one test subject. Take him to the another room, as Bell would have kind of been unconscious now. And a few days would have passed, and Bell would have finally regained his consciousness. And when Bell regained his consciousness, he would see that many kids around him would kind of like see him like, oh no, it's him, isn't it? As Bell would understand what was happening, so he would kindly ask us, what are you guys talking about? As Case was actually freaking out, don't talk to me, you monster! As Bell was like, wait, what? Where is the monster? You are! As Bell kind of be surprised, wait, no, I'm not the monster. What are you talking about? As the guard would kind of say, hey kids, shut up, will ya? As Bella asked, wait, what is happening? Why are they calling me a monster? As the guard would explain as, oh, so you are that kid. You'll know in a couple of hours, I guess. If it would take longer, it would have taken a few days, but you will know it soon enough. As the guard would have laughed as, this boy, he's funny, as Bill wouldn't know what was actually happening, and Bill would have just sit in the corner as thinking, what the hell just happened? And a few hours would have gone by, and the person in the white coat would have arrived, and would have actually said, hey, you, the kid with the white hair and red eyes, come here. As Bill would approach near him and say, yes, as the guy with the white coat and the mask would have kind of grabbed Bell's hand and would have actually started to take him somewhere. And And Belle wouldn't know what was happening, and Belle kind of asked, am I a monster or something? As I, oh yeah, you are a vampire now. As Belle would kind of freak out as, wait, what did you just say? Did I did hear that correctly, right? As the guy would say, yeah, you heard that correct. You are our test number 31, and you were finally a successful, as we successfully transferred powers to a kid. Mel would kind of be confused. As, wait, what are you talking about? The guy would explain while they were on the way. As, yeah, there was one experiment we are doing with the kids that we're trying to give or experiment with you kids so that for our personal benefit. And um, and before you there were 30 others, but all of them were a disappointment, as you were a special kind, you could say, as you were the test number 31, and you were our first successful vampire, the that we successfully give their powers. As Bill would be like, wait, what? Why did you do this to me? Get off! Then Bill would try to um, would try to do some things with that guy, but the guy would let Belle go, and they would have arrived at a room. Belle wouldn't understand, like, Belle would be thinking, wait, I'm a vampire now? What does that mean? What? As Belle wouldn't understand anything, and Doctor would have actually done some few more tests to Belle as what Belle can do. Belle would have had all the powers a vampire has in this one, as Belle would have had superhuman level of strength, agility, defense, would have been able to quick reaction time, super regeneration, and night vision. And I didn't forget anything. Did I? All right, getting out of the way. So yeah, and after a few tests, Bella would kind of realize, oh, I have this kind of power now. As yes, now you can use this power to even rule the world. As Bella would start to think, oh, I have this kind of power. uh, and Bill would have kind of blanked out and would have gone unconscious the first time he used his vampiric powers. The guy would have basically taken him to the cell and would have basically locked him up. And a few days would have gone by, and Bill would have kind of had a bit of control over his vampiric powers. But one day, while Bill was kind of doing all his testings, Bill kind of would have kind of faltered and what what the hell is happening? As Belle kind of breathed heavily and would have kind of started to lose control and say, oh yeah, hey, quickly give him blood. As one of the guys would have kind of give Bell some blood that he can drink on. Bell, while after he sees the blood, he would quickly snatch it out of the guy's hand, causing a little bit of damage, and would have started drinking blood like, oh, this is the most delicious thing I ever tasted. As Bell started to drink and say, now you are a full vampire. All right, train him to be an excellent specimen, will you? As he would assign a guy to train Bell, and Bell would have kind of been training with this guy, and they would have actually gone kind of close, and the facility would have kind of given Bell blood whenever he needed to, and yeah, and a few years would have gone by, and Bell would have been very powerful, as being a vampire and all, would have kind of have gone a lot stronger by training with this guy. I don't know. And Bill would have kind of trained with this guy for a few years, and they would have gone very close. And one day, while Bill was doing his daily stuff, getting tested and getting trained, um, they would have and one day, Belle would have kind of been freed, or would have been allowed to go to the outside world. As Belle would be very happy with this to hear this, and would have kind of stepped outside, and Belle would have feel wait would have kind of get down his knees as sunlight still kind of hurts him. And Bill would have kind of gone to his knees as, ugh, why do I feel so weakened? As, oh, you are a vampire, and going out in the sun will kind of render you kind of weakened form, but you will still be stronger than an average human being. And it was like, oh, and we tried to punch this guy, and we said, you are still no match, even in the inside, as we just chucked Bill out. Oh, I knew I wouldn't be able to punch you, but at least I know what I can do now. As Bill would have kind of ventured outside in a long time, 5 years I would say, and Bill would have been 10. And Bill, while he was going outside, Bill and this guy would have gone outside. He would have kind of experienced the things that he hadn't experienced in a couple of years. And Bill would kind of um, drop a tear to this, and yeah, and yeah, and what should and after Bill had gone outside, kind of explored the surroundings a little bit, Bill would have kind of like, all right, I had enough. Let's go inside now. As the guy would be kind of confused. Wait, don't you want to run like something like that? As Bill said, wait, why would I do that? And say, damn it. Listen, you are very powerful. Listen, you can't go inside. As they would kind of hear a large scream. They would have been a couple of kilometers away, but they could still hear the scream that is coming from the base. And while this guy was kind of telling Bell something, they could hear a large scream. And Bell said, wait, what's that? As, oh no, test number 32. He's gone out of control again. Quickly, we need to go. As they would actually go towards the base, and to their horror, they would actually see everybody dead, drop dead, and nobody would have even been alive or even like unconscious. They would have been plain old dead. And test number 32, which was kind of an abomination, they tried to do some things but his body rejected, and he kind of gone berserk. And Bella kind of, test number 32, huh? I'll take care of him. As Bella kind of quickly with took care of this guy, and yeah, test number 32 was captured or killed, I would say, as the base would have kind of gone destroyed because of test number 32. Um, and yeah, this guy would have kind of like, oh man, now where do I get a job now? I said, all right, let's go. I was like, wait, what? Where are you going? As this guy said, like, the base is destroyed, meaning you are free now, and I don't have to babysit you anymore. See ya. As this guy would have kind of left Bell, and Bell would have kind of like, huh? Wait, you can't leave me. You wait for me. As it would kind of go, but with this guy, and yeah, and they would have kind of lived a normal life for the most part, but and they would have lived a normal life until one day, that is, while while he was actually going and kind of I would say going to the caves for his job, and he kind of had to face up with a monster, and he would have been too weakened, so he would have gone killed. Bill would have been kind of sad about this. Oh no, not another one. And say, alright then, I guess I'll head to the Wario. Um, because this guy would have said like some things about Wario, like there was adventure and it was a pretty good job and all those things. And Bill would have kind of headed to Wario now. But when Bill actually arrived at Wario, he was kind of sense like, wait, there are more guys like me, or no, they're just different yet same. As Bill could sense like humans and demi-humans, I think they're called, right? He would have sensed these guys and would have kind of gone in Orario, and he would try to find a familia that would kind of accept him. As Bell would have kind of been powerful, even without somewhere around level 3, and yeah, Bill kind of would have searched for a familia that would actually accept him. Bill would have still been the same small kid and the same appearance as in the original. So, this guy looks weak. Nah, I'll pass. And those, wait, I'm powerful, but they, nah, you looks weak. As they would basically shut the door on his face and say, ah, God, why do I actually have this appearance? And while he was getting rejected because of his looks now, not because of his power, but because of his looks, he would have kind of like, oh no, please, somebody, kind of, can you please put me in a familia? As as in the original, Hestia would come in and say, hey, um, I like you. I'll come to my familia then. As Belle would kind of like, oh, thank you, you are a goddess. No, what's that word? Um, you are a lifesaver. Thank you very much. As Belle would kind of, um, register as being an adventure, and Hestia would kind of put his Vola or Exilia, kind of give and Belle his her blessing, and to Hestia's surprise, despite Belle looking weak, he was actually very powerful, as he was already level 3, and said, oh wow, I didn't expect this to happen, as Belle said, huh, what to not happen, as Hestia said, nothing, alright, off you go to the dungeons, as Belle would kind of take one of the weapons that the guy that kind of took care of him kind of gave Belle a special kind of weapon that was very suited from him. And getting that out of the way, Belle would have go to the guild and register as being an adventurer, and after that, Belle would have kind of headed off towards the dungeons, and Belle would have gone to his dungeon, and he would go in full 01. Say, oh, hey guys, I'm here to kill you, as Belle would kind of yell out and kind of take care of all those guys easily, and kind of would have gone to a lot deeper levels. I would say, why not 18? As Belle in his first try would have gone to level 18 and would have gotten a lot of magic stones. Like, the magic stones were so much that it can literally build a house. And Belle would have turned in all these stones to the guild, and the guild is surprised. Wait, you just started yesterday, didn't you? And Belle said, yeah. And then why do you have so many magic stones? As camera zoomed out and would have seen this many magic stones, like so much piles and piles, as Belle would have gone like somewhere around a million valves, I think, million valves. And Belle would have kind of gone towards Estia and said, hey goddess, I got you some gifts. As Estia would kind of look at Belle and, oh, hey, yeah, as Estia would freak out as, what the hell is that? And Belle would say, oh, it's our house now. As Estia would kind of be surprised, wait, our house? So, yeah, I kind of gone to dungeons and I got this many magic stones, and I kind of bought a mansion for you and me, I guess. And still kind of be cool at it, and would have basically started living. The mansion would have been just like in the original series, and Bill would have been known as, like, I don't know, the vampire. The vampire, basically, because his appearance looked like a vampire. So yeah, as Bill would have been widely known, and people that didn't took him in would have kind of regretted this. Oh shit, why the hell didn't we recruit that guy? He looks so weak, but he's actually that powerful. As they were like, kind of like begging for Bell now, like, please join our familia. Bell kind of say like um in angry, in a voice like, you guys, you want to join your, you want me to join your familia? Huh, nah, I'll pass, as, their jaws would rub and, come on, please, you kinda asked us first, right? I'm sorry for not accepting you first, as Belgan is saying like, so, when I'm powerful, no, no, and basically Belle leave, and all of them would have kind of regretted now, like, oh, why the hell didn't we recruit that guy? As they would kind of beat up on this, like, yeah, if we could have just recruited that guy, would have been known, would actually have been more powerful. As that would have happened, and Bill would have kind of gone into adventures and would have kind of taken care of all the monsters and Bill at this point in time would have been level 3. And yeah, it's been 20 minutes. I'll go on a few forms. As Bell would have kinda gone into more deeper floors, and now he would have came across a monster that a minotaur. As Bell would basically take care of this and kind of drop a magic stone, and yeah, his wounds would, and Bell would have gotten some wounds, but it would have been healed, and yeah, and Bell while was going out would have came across another Minotaur, or a horde of Minotaur. Bill said, another one of you guys. As Bill would crack his knuckles and be like, alright, let's get this thing started then. And Bill would have kind of, pow, boom, bam, and would have kind of beat the Minotaurs. And Bill was kind of heading out, and we see more Minotaurs, and said, wait, what is up all with these Minotaurs coming at me? As Bill kind of sniff himself as, wait, I don't smell anything, and Bill have basically took care of him again, and somebody from the sidelines would have kind of seen this as, wait, huh, this kid is interesting, gotta keep an eye on him, as this would have actually been an adventurer from the Loki familia, Ice Wallenstein specifically, because in the original, he kind of saved Bell from the Minotaur, but in this one, the Minotaur basically came at Bell, and Bell kind of took care of him, and Aizen had to do a single thing, so she would kind of be sitting in silence and just watching it, but kind of say, this kid is interesting, gotta keep an eye on him, as this would have happened, and Bell would have kind of gone out, and this is where I'm going to be ending off this what if. Thank you for listening.